A strangely shaped Dodge Charger spotted in Detroit by the CTC. That's the Technology Center for Stellantis. Huh. Cuda? Maybe.
Oh, you know I had to talk about this one right here. A Cuda spotted? Oh, man. TK's Garage knows how to touch my heartstrings. So let's have a conversation about this mystery car that's been spotted around Detroit. Is it a Cuda? Is it another version of Charger? What is this vehicle? And let's talk about it right now.
So what is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage. And yeah, I had somebody hit me up about this, and it wasn't just one person. I had somebody hit me up via Facebook Messenger, and I had 3 different people email me that they saw this black Dodge Charger, but it wasn't shaped like the gasoline version in terms of how the hood looked or the front fascia, and or the electric version, which has the R-wing, or the reason why they call it the Daytona, because it has the wing in the front instead of the rear. That this looked a little different. It looked like a Charger from the back, and you could see some stuff from the side, but the front of the car didn't look the same as the rear of the car.
Now, this is very, very interesting. My over 51,000 friends and 56% of you guys who watch these videos and haven't subscribed to the channel yet, because TK's Garage, he basically made this video right here saying that multiple people have reached out to him right around the same time that has seen this black Charger-like vehicle run around the streets of Detroit. And TK went so far as put out a bounty on this particular vehicle. And trust me when I tell you, if TK said he's gonna pay you some dinero, some ducats to actually go and find this vehicle, trust me, it'll be worth your while to go and snap a picture of this car, hopefully get a sound clip of it, and then go ahead and send it to TK or me, and I'll refer you over to TK and stuff. But yeah, this is some very, very interesting stuff, because we have been seeing mules start to roll around in the last few weeks from Stellantis, right? I told you guys in previous videos that, yeah, there are TRXs running around with manufacturing plates rebadged as RHOs, kind of throw you off of the scent that those vehicles are actually running around doing testing secretly and stuff. I had Source send me an actual old body TRX that had manufacturing plates on it, running around doing testing and stuff. I've had people tell me that Dodge has a Charger Daytona mule running around that has that 2-speed transmission there for the Banshee and stuff, that was testing. Not that it was tested on the streets, but I heard from internal information and stuff that the Banshee is running around doing testing in Detroit. So there are a lot of things running around doing testing and stuff, especially around this new excitement of bringing Hemis back. And so I think we're going to see over the next several months some very, very exciting vehicles. I've already told you about the TRX coming back and stuff, seeing mules with that. I've already told you there's a Banshee coming. That they told me that there is an actual mule of that running around doing testing and stuff. And so who knows what else that we could see, because I made the video right here that you can go look at, that I actually had this Charger Daytona that I had on loan from Dodge, do like a long, it kind of morphed to like a long-term review. I didn't mean to keep it for like a month so far, but I did this video right here where I basically measured the engine compartment to kind of show you guys that, yeah, basically the whole story of the actual shock tires being too close and stuff and the Hemi won't fit, total lie. It'll definitely fit in that car. And from what I've measured from my Demon 170 to the Charger Daytona, that a 6.2 liter Elephant that's in the Demon 170 will absolutely fit in this new Charger. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that maybe this car right here is maybe a Hemi Charger testing. And based on what I've heard from TK's Garage and watching this video and stuff, maybe this could be a Hemi-powered Charger testing and stuff, especially with different hood and all that crap, because I think that whole thing of sheet metal and firewall and all the shock tire stuff, I think that was basically just to throw people off the fact that the Hemi is coming to the Charger, but basically just kick the can down the road to get people basically like, so they won't know that the Hemi could come sooner rather than later, because they don't want the Hurricanes to fail. But hopefully this is, like I said, from watching TK's video, that this is basically a Hemi Charger testing and hopefully coming within the next year, because I don't think the hurricane powered vehicles are gonna basically sell well across the country and stuff. I haven't really heard anything to suggest that is the case, right? Because we heard from Ram that, yeah, they got like 10,000 orders within 24 hours when the Hemi powered e-torque Ram 1500s came back. But we haven't heard the same thing when it came to these hurricane powered Chargers being available for order and stuff. And I think they've been available for order for the past, like, you know, couple weeks or whatever, right? I haven't really paid attention to it because I don't really care about hurricane powered vehicles and stuff. But we haven't heard that same thing, that there's like 10,000 hurricane Charger orders and stuff. Everybody knows that a Hemi is coming, and I think basically Dodge them had to basically, you know, tempt everyone's expectations. You go like, hey, look, we're gonna put a Hemi in the car. Don't be surprised if it fits, but it's not coming anytime soon. So that's what I'm hoping what this is. But if you watch TK's Garage video and stuff, they kind of describe the car as being like a smaller, basically like two-door car with like a Charger from the rear, and the front end looks kind of different and stuff. So maybe this is maybe a mid-size Cuda, because I told you guys in previous videos that the Stellantis large platform has plenty of room to shrink the car down. So maybe they keep the car still maybe pretty wide and keep maybe most of the actual sheet metal the same from the rear of the car. Or maybe this is Dodge kind of basically just hiding a Cuda within the Charger shell, but they can actually take that wheelbase and shrink it down Stellantis large. I think Stellantis large, from what I remember off the top of my head, I'll put up here on the screen, but off the top of my head, I think the wheelbase can go down from between 113 to 121 inch wheelbase, which is where the actual Charger Daytona is on now. The 121 inches, the actual Challenger is 116 inch wheelbase. So if they can make a car between 113 and 116, I think that'd be perfect. I think a Mustang is around like 106, 107 inch wheelbase, whatever. So something a little bit slightly bigger than a Mustang, slightly smaller than a Challenger, previous Challenger. And I think this will work. This actually is a Cuda hiding inside of a Charger's body. I'll be very, very, very excited if that is the case. We already know that Dodge is working on new vehicles, especially come out for next year, because I reported through other outlets they was working on like maybe a crossover, and maybe it's a crossover that's based off of the actual Charger and stuff, and they're testing that. We just don't know because we haven't seen actual photos of this actual vehicle. But I'm just like, fingers crossed that this is either a Hemi Charger testing, or it is a Cuda testing. And with the big bulge in the hood, like TK was saying in his video, hopefully they are testing a Hemi. And I would love to see them testing a 426 Hemi, because as I told you guys in other videos as well too, I put things out there and sometimes I get a response from people from Stellantis going like, hey, you're right about this, you're wrong about that. They don't tell me exactly what I'm wrong about, but then, you know, I put certain other things out there. Oh yeah, there'll never be a NC20 Viper or whatever, right? You're totally wrong about this, you're wrong about that. But I have never had a single message for anybody within Stellantis to say that I was wrong about a 426 Hemi. And I'm hoping that that is a case that is with testing, and that's why there's such a big bulge in the hood and stuff to kind of like, you know, kind of hide the engine in there. But it'll be interesting to see when people actually hopefully take up TK on this offer to hopefully go get some spy photos of this actual vehicle stuff. It said it was spotted around CTC and it was black and stuff. So hopefully someone will get an actual photo or maybe a video of this thing, send it to TK, and then we can all see what exactly the Madman Tim Kaniskis and Matt McAleer from Dodge is testing. Because if it's a car, we know it's a Dodge product, and we would love to see some Dodge products that are not exactly as big as a Charger Daytona, because I think that car is way too big for some of the things that Dodge is going to be known for. Like, I don't really ever see that big huge Charger being like a drag strip monster, being the size of a 3-row SUV, because it literally has the exact same wheelbase, 121 inches, and that's about the same wheelbase as a Grand Cherokee L version, the extended version. So I don't really see that vehicle, you know, being a drag strip monster, being that big. I think they had to make a smaller car, and I hope that this is the case, and I hope that it's testing a 426 Hemi, because I would love to see that happen. Because if these CARB states, as I talk about other videos as well too, if these CARB states is not really gonna allow 392 and Hellcats to be allowed in those states and stuff, bump them. Let us get these Hellcats, let us get these red eyes Let us get these, you know, these elephants. Let us get these 426s and let those people in those states move out of those states, move down to the South, and then they can come and enjoy what we are going to be so treated to. It's going to be some awesome vehicles. And I hope this right here is a clear sign that we're going to get an awesome vehicle. And this is one of the first ones that we're going to see. But let me know what you guys think down in the comment section down below. Do you guys think this is a HEMI Cuda testing or this is a Hemi Charger testing? And do you guys think we're going to see this vehicle sooner rather than later? Because as I said in previous videos, I said I think we're in a lame duck period where we're going to see nothing really going on. And then next thing you know, bam, we're going to see an explosion of all these great Hemi-powered vehicles making a triumphant return. Do you guys think this new vehicle testing is testing a Hemi engine in there? Or could it be testing a Hurricane? Do you guys think it's testing regular Hellcat engines? Or could it be testing them, fingers crossed, a 426 Elephant that those guys in CARB states cannot get? Heck, they can't even get 392, so they can't get anything Hemi related. But let me know what you guys think down in the comment section down below. If you guys want to check out some very cool videos that I made, especially about that new Gen 4 Hemi, and I'm thinking it's going to basically change the game in the future, in probably the next 3 or 4 years when it comes out, and some of the things that that could be coming on the engine, you can watch this video I made right here about the Generation 4 Hemi. And until the next time, I am out.